rather make money selling my cheeks than make money selling out to Sharia law.
And you'd rather sell your whole than your soul.
Correct. That should be my bio.
Hey guys, welcome back to Normal Gaze, where we take on LGBT insanity. I'm Brad Polumbo, here with the still recovering from his surgery, Clarkson Lawson.
Recovering. I can't even like smile. When I wave, it's like I look like I just had a stroke.
Well, you kind of always look like that.
No, not with I don't have a lazy bottom lip. Look.
Oh,
anyways, before we get started, we did a members only. We tested our lesbian gaydar, and
we were
very
really
obviously we were bad at it. And this week, we filmed a video of me reacting to all of y'all's bullying in the comments of my swollen face.
And y'all said so much funny stuff. You really, I have to hand it to you.
Yeah,
our audience is funny.
Yeah, you guys.
Maybe not always the nicest, but low key funny.
But same with us.
Yeah.
So you're taking out after your daddies.
Oh.
Yeah,
well,
sorry,
we are.
I said that.
Anyway, we're going to talk about a gay influencer, Rob Smith, who is a Republican gay, and
I thought he wasn't Republican anymore.
Oh, is he not? Well, he at least once was. That was his big shtick about how he was
went
MAGA.
on CNN and was, anyways, just do your intro and then I'll talk my shit.
Well, he recently went on a trip to Qatar in the Middle East that sure does look like a paid PR propaganda trip, allegedly, and he tweeted, "What an incredible time to be a free American and visit the amazing Doha, Qatar. Can't wait to return," alongside this compilation video of his time there, which we'll have to mute the music, but it's really a kind of like a cool touristy chic video of his time there.
I don't think any content he makes is cool and chic.
But I think it kind of is.
Okay, we'll see. I'll be the judge of that. That was really long.
I think you might just have ADHD because that was only 30 seconds.
That felt very long. Very long.
But like, okay.
By the way, that trip, it was paid for by an organization. I don't know specifically if Rob's trip was paid for, but I do know that there is an organization that is affiliated with the government of Qatar who invited influencers for a free trip to Qatar, because I know people who were invited. I mean, got their trip paid for. They told me.
Are you able to say who?
No.
Okay. Well, I also know people who've been invited for paid trips to Qatar. I would not personally do that. I wouldn't even take a trip.
Especially as a gay man. I'm sorry.
I haven't even got there yet. But Qatar is a country where it is illegal to be gay. And while this doesn't happen often, they can technically still give the death penalty for it. And so when I saw this video, I immediately tweeted, "Did you bring your husband?" And that was interpreted as me like reading him, and it got a ton of engagement on Twitter.
I retweeted it.
But that was actually a serious question.
Yeah,
well,
I mean, I feel like that's a valid question. Did you bring your husband? Or
he didn't respond, but
probably not.
I just personally would feel shitty about doing a most likely paid for in kind, right? They might not give you, "Oh, here's $25,000 to write nice posts about Qatar," but they're like, "We will give you this amazing, lush, bougie trip, and then, you'll post about the experience."
All the nice places. It's like kind of like in North Korea. Have you seen the movie in North Korea where they like put the pictures of food on the stores where they're not actually... Oh, you haven't seen it? It's with James Franco. Anyways, it's like when you go to North Korea and they take all the tourists to all of the like nice places, but like push all the poor people out. They don't show them anything bad. Right. It's literally just a propaganda tour.
It is. And I would personally feel extremely weird about going to a country where it's illegal to be gay and enjoying all the finest things while knowing their actual citizens
who are gay and could potentially be executed
are not allowed to exist.
Also, I'm sorry, but if I had a husband, I feel like you're a shitty husband if you're going on a paid trip to a country where you can't even bring your husband.
Unless he did and just didn't post. That's the thing. I can also imagine.
Can you make out with your husband on that dance floor?
The thing is actually maybe, because what happens in these places like Qatar, this was the thing with the World Cup, is that it's a two-tier system. tourists who were gay were allowed to go to the World Cup, and they weren't obstructed. They enforce one set of laws onto their people and another onto tourists. And here they're doing PR, so they probably would let him do whatever he wants. I don't know. Maybe he could bring his husband. We don't know. But he didn't have to, or maybe he did. Maybe it was a condition of the free trip. Again, we don't know. Post glowingly about the authoritarian regime there. You want to read this tweet for us, or you don't have your glasses?
I think you should read it because my mouth is kind of numb.
My first trip to Qatar has been eye-opening. This is a very different Middle East than I experienced as a U.S. Army soldier deployed during Operation Iraqi Freedom.
Yeah, no shit. You're an influencer who was invited.
Oh, you mean to tell me they're going to show you a different part of town than you saw when you were at war in Iraq? Like,
God. Sorry, keep going.
Long before I was a political commentator, media personality, and podcaster, I was a United States soldier tasked with defending and protecting America. It is something that I have literally put my life on the line to do and something I take very seriously. Did you know there's a U.S. Air Force base in Qatar that hosts 10,000 active duty American soldiers? I did not. Then what? How do you not know that?
It's something you take very seriously, yet you didn't even know we had a base in Qatar.
That's kind of odd.
So what do you take seriously? Your political commentating or your active duty? Because it seems like you're inefficient in both.
He really takes his consistent stand against Islamic repression of gays seriously, as you'll hear. He's very concerned about it. I wasn't aware of a great deal of things about Qatar, he continues in this tweet, only misperceptions and half-truths I read about online. When the opportunity was presented to me with full authority and autonomy to ask the tough questions of the officials I'd be meeting with, and I did, I decided to risk any potential criticism and to travel and experience it for myself. I'm waiting for those posts where you post the videos of you rigorously interviewing Qatari officials. Haven't seen them yet.
I'll eat my words if I see that you did like a full-blown, interrogation.
I mean, I still don't think it'd be appropriate to accept the free trip, but I would never argue. And why are you posting these PR compilations then? Right. But I would never argue that it's inappropriate for a content creator to go to a country to do actual adversarial journalism.
No.
I'm just waiting for that part.
I've never liked him anyways. Now, I gave him a chance.
Oh, boy. Tell us your tea. Okay. All the Florida MAGA gays go way back.
Wait. Maybe I did meet him at Mar-a-Lago. He was wearing this suit that was very distracting. I think it was Men's Warehouse or something.
Some of my suits are from Men's Warehouse. Don't shade.
Whatever. And there was one thing. What was I going to say? Sorry, guys. Pain meds hit. He followed me on Instagram, so I followed him back because we're in the same thing, and he messages me and he goes, doing a great job. Keep your commentary cultural. If you ever need assistance, let me know. I said, assistance, bitch. Way to place yourself above me at first interaction. Second of all, and then this bitch unfollows me because he did this mass unfollowing. Where he doesn't follow anyone because the bitch thinks she's Beyonce. And I'm like, and then also when I moved to Miami, he commented on my stuff and goes, welcome to Miami, Clarkson. I'm like, bitch, you unfollowed me. So yeah, I've got a bad taste in my mouth. And it's not just the fact that I have trouble brushing my teeth right now.
I want to play you a second video that makes this PR trip to Qatar look so much worse, okay? He is, here's his message about Mamdani, the Muslim New York City mayor who, to be clear, is vocally supportive of gay rights.
Vocally very progressive.
Too woke for my taste, honestly. But he is technically Muslim, so of course, let's listen and then we'll reflect.
All right, can somebody tell me, how are you a gay for Mamdani? Make it make sense. How are you a gay liberal that is supporting Mamdani, that is supporting this man that comes from a culture that hates gays, that literally throws them off of buildings, that kills them? This is that culture. And you're going to tell me that you're a gay liberal in New York City and you want to vote for Mamdani? And you criticize me for being a Republican?
Oh my God.
You criticize me for being a gay
I'm going to crash out.
When we have gays all up and down through D.C., when we have the most pro-gay Republican president in history, but yet you're going to be a gay for Mamdani or a queer for Palestine. You all have allowed your heads yet like your minds are so wide open, your brains have fallen out. I don't understand how any self-respecting gay man can support this. I do.
I'm going to crash out. There's so much. First of all, before we get into the Qatari thing, because that's obviously blatantly hypocritical, the argument he's criticizing is that you cannot support a politician or someone who comes from a culture or a group of people who don't support gays. As a gay Republican, you have to combat this argument on the daily because people make that same argument against you. He even mentioned it. The argument is, I can look at things holistically and decide what I support. Being gay is not the sole determining factor in my vote. So he makes that argument on a day-to-day basis, being a gay Republican, which I have hesitancy that he even is really one. But he can't see that argument for voting for Mamdani. It's the same thing.
And the thing is, it just feels, I don't like Mamdani. I've been very critical of him.
Me either.
Most of the things he believes, but it feels kind of discriminatory and bigoted to be like, well, he's a Muslim, so you shouldn't support him as a gay person. He is openly pro-gay and supportive of gay people, queer people. And so you're saying what? Because
just like Trump.
Sure, Trump is...
Allegedly.
I mean, I don't think Trump is anti-gay, but my point is that, sure, he is a Muslim, but he does not subscribe to those beliefs of, you know, radical or hardcore, even mainstream Islam that are anti-gay. So you're just holding that against him for why? He said he'll have a pro-gay administration. There's no reason to believe that's some sort of secret conspiracy and he's going to go after the gays in New York City. So there's no point there. And then to me, it just does become more exponentially hypocritical when you're saying that these liberal...
Sorry, this is just so crazy.
It's actually astounding levels
and then it's like, we add on to that argument. When did he post this?
This was, I think, just a couple months ago.
2 months later, a month later, you're going to Qatar.
Here, let me check the exact date on this. I don't want to misquote him. So it's November 2025. So about a month ago, he was shaming liberal gays who vote for a pro-gay politician who happens to be Muslim. And here he is a month later posting PR propaganda for an Islamic regime in Qatar that literally criminalizes homosexuality. You just could not make this shit up if you were trying to create like a prototypical example of a hypocritical influencer.
Or just an influencer who's just in it for the attention.
For the bag.
And for the bag. I mean, if you can't look past universal health care in a disagreement, but you can look past Sharia law, you have no business being a political commentator because especially in America, because your priorities are out of whack entirely.
The funny thing is, he's like tweeted about the dangerous rise of Sharia law in America. And of course I abhor Sharia law. I think it's crazy. And to the extent that it does, I don't know how much.
I abhor all like religious fundamentalism.
Theocracy.
Yeah,
right.
All theocracy.
But for him to be like shading Dearborn, Michigan in his tweets and all this, like the rise of Islamism in here, and then be like going and doing PR for a literal country's regime that is full scale it's just kind of astonishing. I don't know.
I just don't get it. Like, how can you have absolutely zero shame at that point? How much is a trip to Qatar worth?
I would say
is money that
high end, let's say $15,000, $20,000,
and I doubt they
or whatever.
Actually paid him. It's probably just
it's all
trip.
in kind.
Yeah,
they don't like, or usually it's all in kind. They don't like to just give people money. That looks bad.
So that's even worse. It's like you did this low key for a free trip. Because I hope that you did it for a free trip. Because if you actually believe these things, then your IQ is a 5. But if you did it for a free trip, you just have no morals.
Shameless.
Yeah, you have no shame, no morals. That's fine. I think the latter makes you look better because honestly, I'm way too afraid of looking incompetent at that level.
I am just surprised that he thought like we weren't gonna. All I had to do was just search at Rob Smith online Muslim, and all this came up. Like his LGBT rant about it came right up. Did he not think people were going to put 2 + 2 together and ask basic questions?
I don't
know. Maybe not. But I think it's ridiculous and hypocritical.
All just so you could get the reclining seat on Qatari Airways. That's crazy.
I bet the flight was nice.
Yeah, but like, just buy a recliner off Amazon for $500.
I would not go to one of these countries, and I certainly maybe
have your husband blow in your face so it feels like you're on an airplane.
No, I would maybe only go in a rigorous journalistic capacity. I would never go as a tourist or propagandist, and I think it's embarrassing. But to be fair to him, he's not the only one. You need to understand that a lot of these professional influencers Not really us. We're pretty open about our revenue sources. I make money from YouTube.
I literally,
he's a whore.
I would much rather make money selling my ass cheeks than make money selling out to Sharia law.
Facts.
And that's why I have an OnlyFans, you guys, because as an influencer, you're put in a position where you have to sell parts of yourself.
And you'd rather sell your whole than your soul.
Correct. That should be my bio. You do have to sell parts of yourself unless you want to build an independent like you have, but it's very hard to do.
It's very hard to do. And look, I make money from YouTube and sponsorships and that kind of thing. But of course, that has its own problems and incentive structures. But I feel exponentially better about that than dick riding Qatar.
Well, yeah, I mean, some influencers can't have an OnlyFans.
Because, yeah, no one would sign up.
So I get it.
Well, then again, Lily Tino has successful OnlyFans, so the bar is in hell. But
well, I wouldn't say it's successful.
I guess we don't really know how much money she's making, do we?
I don't want to go back and look.
Yeah, let's not revisit that one. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think. Do you agree with our take on this controversy involving Rob Smith? And we'll be back with more Normal Gays real soon.